Caskinette Ford Bronco picks up a little pace. Going to duck off the back stretch. Jeff Sharkey and Kevin Warren will bring him to the green flag. Through turn 4, green flag is out. And it's a drag race into turn number 1. Kevin Warren on the outside. Jeff Sharkey on the inside is going to be Sharkey who pulls away. A little bottleneck back in the field as they start to sort themselves out. Jeff Sharkey is going to be the leader of lap number 1. John Ramsey quickly up to second. Oh, then he loses control. He regains traction out of turn number 2. John Ramsey starts to slip. Tony Pettinelli there on the inside. Craig Harris in trouble. Kevin Warren up on the outside of track. All cars continue. Good piece of driving by those drivers, keeping it rolling, keep this thing green flag. At the front, it's Jeff Sharkey, Tony Pettinelli and his teammate John Ramsey battling side by side for that second position. Pettinelli clears Ramsey now for second. And looks to pull in the 66 of Jeff Sharkey, your leader, as we complete lap number 4. Jeff Sharkey out in front of Tony Pettinelli. John Ramsey rides in third. Then it's a good distance back to the 006 of Corey Trombley. Then it's a bottleneck. Let's call it 8 cars all neck and neck for that 5th, 6th, and 7th positions. Bumper tag there between the 64 Dinsler and the 03 of Andre Rogies. We got a couple fast cars buried back in the pack. You got the one of Craig Harris, the 03 of Rogie, and the 3 of Joe Papin. All very quick cars stuck in the middle of a bunch of traffic trying to get forward here on lap number 6. They start to settle themselves out now. They get single file. The only one out of place, that's the 64 of Dinsler's. He's stuck up on the outside of the racetrack. At the front, it is Tony Pettinelli, who has now caught the back end of the 66 of Jeff Sharkey. With 8 laps complete, Tony Pettinelli starting to make his march forward. He's back by about 0.3 of a second. As they come out of turn number 4, Pettinelli lets it hang out. Can't make up any ground this time by, but he's going to regroup and try it again. Jeff Sharkey, who's had trouble all year, various issues throughout the course of the season. He would love to take home this checkered flag. He's 25 laps away from his first win in 2023. Tony Pettinelli riding in second. Third still is John Ramsey. Fourth, Corey Trombley. Fifth is Randy Brunel in the 007. Then Jeff Pringle rides in sixth in a 96. And then Rick Brunel is riding 7th, and Craig Harris and Joe Papin battling for 8th. There goes Harris to the outside. He's on a mission now after an early tussle in turn number 3. Keep your eye on the number 1 as he starts his march forward. Joe Papin, the 3-time feature winner, stuck back in heavy traffic. Can't get any room around. He sends a tap to the back of the 06 of Brunel. And now Andre Rogie working to the outside of Brunel. 4 cars battling for 1 spot, 2x2. Back in the pack, some good racing side by side. And now they start to fan themselves out. Rogie gets by, Rogers gets by, Brunel still stuck on the inside. Drifts up the track a little bit, little contact. At the front of the field, Jeff Sharkey, Tony Pettinelli now doing battle. They're nose to tail. Tony Pettinelli is knocking on the door. Just completed lap number 15. Pettinelli in search of his first victory since 2019. I can tell you it's not going to be easy getting around Jeff Sharkey. He's just as hungry. The youngster out of Oswego, New York, and the veteran out of Rome doing battle for our top spot. Sharkey still holding up Pettinelli. Pettinelli trying that low side. Now we got a car in the infield. That's the 006 of Corey Trombley. Caution is out. Caution, lap 17. Here they come through 3 and 4. Jeff Sharkey, your control car. Green flag is out, and Tony Pettinelli gets the jump. Beats him to the line, heading into turn number 1. Pettinelli's on the outside. He's going to have the momentum coming out of turn number 4. As he pulls ahead now by a car length, Jeff Sharkey fights back to the inside. Pettinelli up in that traction compound. He's going to lead the restart. And Sharkey not giving up that easy. He's going to fight all the way down into turn number 3. Now Pettinelli closes the door on him. Halfway home this time by. And there's a gaggle of cars there battling for third. 3 rows side by side, all doing battle for third back to about 8th. Tony Pettinelli, your leader, starts to pull away from Sharkey. He's got a 4/10 of a lead already on the 66. Pringle now clears for third. Rogie doing battle for 4th with Ramsey stuck on the outside. Jeff Pringle takes a look to the inside of the 66 of Sharkey. Sharkey pulls back ahead down the backstretch, but Pringle has an inside line heading into turn number 3. Off the exit, Sharkey's going to have a run. Jeff Pringle's going to beat him to turn number 1, however, in clear. And here comes Andre Rogie right on the back of the 96 of Pringle. Now Rogie backs off. Now dives hard into turn number 3. Oh, there's caution. There's a spin in turn 2. Oh, contact, heavy contact. There's a caution. Big contact there. Looked like the 007 of Brunel started to spin. The 25 started to check up and looked like the 006 of Rick Brunel in the wrong place at the wrong. Here they come through 3 and 4. Tony Pettinelli is at the restart cones and he fires. Green flag is out. Pettinelli's going to lead him through 1 and 2. Sharkey on the outside trying to fight back. He's going to have a little momentum down the backstretch. Tony Pettinelli strong on the low side. As they exit turn 4, it's going to be Tony Pettinelli. Sharkey will ride second. And Pringle all alone in third. Sharkey on that high side. Trying to find some traction to get around the veteran driver out of Rome. But it's still Tony Pettinelli in control of this race. Sharkey still on the outside, got some help behind him from the the 3 of Joe Papin. Tony Pettinelli now lets it drift up a little bit, taking away the line of Sharkey. That's going to allow Pringle to move into the second position or at least battle for it. It is now Tony Pettinelli clear in first, Sharkey and Pringle side by side for second. And Pringle clears, and now Andre Rogie in the mix for that third spot. Jeff Sharkey stuck on that high side, can't get into the low lane. Pringle now putting some pressure in the back of Pettinelli. He gives him a tap, lets off the throttle, and lets Tony regain. Good piece of driving there by both drivers, Pringle and Pettinelli. Come to lap 27, Tony Pettinelli. Going to have a clear Shark. Oh! Contact on the 66 of Sharkey. He got a couple tires and the wall on the right side. Single file at the front. Tony Pettinelli up a lane and a half. Jeff Pringle taking a look. 28 laps are complete. 7 remain. Into turn number 3. Single file, nose to tail, your top 6 cars. Tony Pettinelli now has Pringle to the inside. Pringle gives another tap. Pringle and Rogie both quicker than Pettinelli. Pettinelli's trying to make that car 2 lanes wide. Into turn number 3. Pringle again on the back of Pettinelli. Pettinelli slows down, checks him up. Oh, Pringle had to back out of the gas. Now it's Rogie to the outside of Tony Pettinelli. Papin and Harris riding in 4th. Jeff Pringle on the short end of the stick. He is now back to 5th. Andre Rogie just got by Pettinelli for the lead. Lap 31 with 4 to go. Pettinelli gives up the lead. Here's Papin and Harris in spot number 3 and 4. Harris now clears. Papin's going to fight back on the inside, up on the curve. Andre Rogie starting to pull away, coming with 2 laps to go. Andre Rogie takes the 2 laps to go sign. Looking for his first win of the 2023 season. Pettinelli riding in second, but he's got company. Here comes Craig Harris up on the high side of the track. White flag out, this time by. Single file now, Andre Rogie in command. Tony Pettinelli's going to have to throw a Hail Mary if he wants to take home first place. Andre Rogie through 3 and 4 cleanly at the stripe. Andre Rogie takes home the feature win. Tony Pettinelli rides second. Craig Harris recovers to finish third. Joe Papin's streak ends at 3 in a row, finishes fourth. Caden Rogers finishes fifth. Jeff Pringle brings it home 6th. There.
Well, thank you, Jay. I think that was an exciting race. As I was coming down the steps, I'm hearing all kinds of screaming coming out of the VIP booth. One of the most popular drivers to ever put on a fire suit here at Evans Mills Raceway Park. He's got a calm demeanor, but he's got a heavy right foot. We're going to talk to him here in just a minute. His first victory of 2023. The all-time winningest driver in Adirondack International Speedway history, and now he's going to rack him up one more here at Evans Mills Raceway Park. Here he is, folks, Andre Rogie, the Casterland man. It was Lee Gill that convinced Andre to come race here, I think, and I think that was a good choice. As Andre Rogie is sitting here in Victory Lane. Andre, you said last week you felt like the tires went away on you. What was the difference here tonight?
Well, we put a set of new ones on, run some hot laps on them, and then we put them on for the feature, made a few adjustments. But sitting there during that Legends race, you got a lot of time to think, and I thought maybe we made the wrong adjustments, but I guess we didn't.
Well, you didn't make a driver adjustment, that's for sure. What does it do to your head when you got to stop back there and you see a lot of cautions? How do you keep your concentration up?
Well, the biggest thing I was worried about was the choose. I didn't want to get on the outside and get stuck out there like what happened at the beginning of the race, because that's not fun sitting there watching everybody pass you on the inside and you can't find a spot to duck in. So we decided to stay on the bottom unless nobody went to the outside, then we're going to go to the outside. So it all worked out.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of the fans. We're sure glad you're racing here at Evans Mills. That is Andre Rogie, your winner tonight.